Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Spellslinger. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers and I would love to hit that number soon. Today I have a Danger Dark World list for you that can be used for the Exceeds Festival. And before you type it in the comments, yes, I know that there are links in this deck, but for the purposes of the video and what I would like to do with this video, it is an Exceeds Festival deck. You can replace these with, off the top of my head, Abyss Dweller, Castell the Sky Blaster, Silent Honor Arc, and Zombie Stein. There you go. There. Now you have a full deck. But I wanted to go over this deck with you guys. I released just a regular pure Dark World deck. I really enjoyed playing with that. I really love the Danger Dark World decks, and with all of the dangers that are here, we have lots of opportunities to go into a ton of Exceed plays and just, go from there. So we'll hop straight into the deck. We're playing 3 Brow Huntsman of Dark World. This deck, I guess before we get into the monsters, this deck is discard the deck 2.0. So if Dark World is discard the deck, Danger Dark World is just the next bump up from that. An insane power boost and is just really good. So all of these monsters have discard effects. All of the Dark World monsters only have effects that trigger if they're discarded by effect. The dangers, of course, have effects that trigger regardless if they're discarded for cost or whatever. So we'll just go ahead and get into it now. So Brow Huntsman of Dark World, if it's discarded, you draw a card. Super easy. Play that at 3. Just really good to get into the deck. We have Jackalopes at 2. Normally at 1 in the TCG, run this at 2. If it's discarded, you can special summon a danger directly from the deck in defense position, so really good to get bodies on the board. Play 2 of this. Danger Tsuchinoko is also at 3 and is just at 1 in the TCG. So we play this. At 3, just again more bodies and easy to go into it. I guess if we wanted to make room for something else, we could probably cut down the Tsuchinoko because we're only playing 2 of the rank 3 Exceeds, that being Levier and the Break Sword. But again, just really good to go into. We're playing 1 Beige Vanguard of Dark World. That's just easy. If it's discarded, special summon, it's just a free body. We're playing 1 Dark Greffer. You can special summon this card from your hand just by discarding 1 level 5 or higher dark monster. All of the monsters that we are playing are darks. So super easy there, aside from 1 card, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And then you can discard a dark monster and send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard. So super easy and awesome to get your engine going. Playing 3 Snow Unlight of Dark World. If it's discarded, you can add a Dark World card from deck to your hand. Just searching, really nice. Playing 2 Danger Chupacabra. It is a reborn for the Danger archetype. If it's discarded, you can target a Danger monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Awesome, really cool. Danger Mothman, if it's discarded, it's a Dark World Dealings. Both you and your opponent draw a card and discard a card. Forgot to mention at the beginning, but all of the Danger cards have the effect where you reveal them in hand, and then you discard a random card. And if it was not, and if the card that was discarded was not the monster effect that you revealed, you special summon out the card and draw a card. So just really easy to get into your deck, churn through your deck, summon out a bunch of bodies for free. So that's really good. So yeah, 2 and 2 of the Chupacabra and the Mothman respectively. 2 Danger Nessie. Nessie's at 3 here, but we're only running it at 2 just because we would rather have other things to go into there. This is just it's a Rhoda for the archetype, I guess. So if it's discarded, you can add a danger from deck to hand. Super good. Add a Jackalope, add a Bigfoot or a Thunderbird. Anyway, really good. We're playing 2 of the Grafa Dragon Lord of Dark World. It's just a level 8. And is also, if it's discarded, you can pop a card on your opponent's side of the field. So we're playing 2 of those. Really good. Playing 3 of the Bigfoot. The Bigfoot is really good. If it's discarded, you can pop a face-up card on your opponent's side of the field. Thunderbird is you can pop a face-down card on your opponent's side of the field. These 2 are probably the most important parts of the deck because they are level 8s, and most of all of the cards that we're playing in the extra deck are centered around having rank 8s to go into. And along a similar vein, Danger Ogopogo is a Foolish Burial for the archetype, and we play that at 1. The only reason that we're including it is because it's a level 8 and it is really easy to go into. Probably my favorite tech for this deck is Arch Nemesis Escados. So I love playing this card in like Chaos decks, or any deck that plays a lot of different types of cards, because that is how you summon it. So it's a level 11. You can't be normal summoner set. It must be first special summon from your hand by banishing 3 monsters with different types from your graveyard and or face-up field. So we're playing a bunch: Sea Serpent, Wing Beast, Fiends, Insects, Aqua, Reptile, Beast, just a ton of different ones. So it's super easy if you are able to get it in your hand. It's not searchable. It's just a one-off tech that if you draw, you're probably going to be good to go. It can't be destroyed by card effects, which is really nice. It's a 3,000, 2,500, so it's got good stats. You declare 1 monster type on the field and destroy all monsters on the field with that type. Also, until the end of the turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that type, and then you can only use the effect once per turn. Protos was just banned. This is Escados is the other half of Protos, where Protos you would call attributes, Escados you call types. So it's a really nice tech to have in here for the because we're playing so many different monster types. Playing one-ofs, of course, we're playing Monster Reborn as well as Foolish Burial. Nothing needs to be said there. Pretty good. Dark World dealings, we need to be discarding, and this allows us to dig through our deck while simultaneously activating the effects of literally our entire deck. Allure of Darkness, draw 2 cards, banish 1. Just really good to see different cards in our hand. It's a little bit risky if you are if you don't have a dark, but you should. There's realistically no reason why you shouldn't. And then the Gates of Dark World. All fiend monsters gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can banish a fiend in your grave, discard a fiend, and then draw a card. So we're playing 3 of this just as the supplementary engine to the small Dark World, the package that we're playing in our deck. So that is the main deck. There are different cards that you can play. You can play a copy of Zephyros, the Elite. You can play the Beginning of the End. You can play a whole bunch of different cards. But if you have ideas for what would make this deck really good for, specifically for the Xyz Festival, then please let me know. I love this deck, and I would love to hear what different ideas people have for this deck specifically. So with that out of the way, let's get into the extra deck. So we are playing, of course, the number where the hell is it? The number 97 Dragublion, and with that we are playing the Heart Earth Dragon, the Hope Harbinger, and the OTK Machine number 100 Numeron Dragon. So what do these cards do? Dragublion, it's just generic level 2. You can't target it with card effects, whatever. Detach a material, take 2 dragon number cards with different names from your extra deck and or graveyard, which is really nice. And then special summon 1 and detach the other one as material. So you'd either use Heart Earth, like I said, the Hope Harbinger, or the number 100. If you're using the Hope Harbinger, or if you're using the Heart Earth Dragon, you're probably going first. And that means that you are going to be putting your opponent on a clock. It can't be destroyed by battle, and your opponent takes damage that you would have taken from battles involving this card. And then during the end phase, detach a material, banish all cards your opponent currently controls that were normal or special summoned or were set. And then if this card is destroyed while it has Xyz material, you can special summon it from the graveyard, and it gains 1,000 attack for each card currently banished. So there's that. It's just a little cool card that you can run that not a lot of people are going to be expecting. Other than that, we're playing the 100 Numeron Dragon, which is the OTK machine. You detach a material, and then it gains 1,000 attack for each rank on the field. And by default, you'll have Dragublion and the number 100, so 9,000 right off the bat. And then the Hope Harbinger, which is just a spell negation, and then take that card and attach it as material. And then it is also an attack redirect, which is also really cool. So there's that little engine right there. And then after that, we are going to be going into the rest of the supplementary cards. We're playing 1 Leviair. We're playing a couple of level 3s with Tsuchinoko, so it's just something really nice to have. 2 level 3 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach a material, target a banished one, target 1 banished level 4 or lower monster, special summon that card to your field, which is really nice. So just extension, get into other plays there. Phantom Knight's a break sword. This is really a really good card. Can't even lie. So just generic level 3, of course. You detach a material, target a card you control and a card your opponent controls, destroy them both. The rest of the effect is just Phantom Knight stuff. Don't need to worry about it, but cool just for removal. Number 60, Dugaris. It is a mini walking charity. So the effect you detach, skip your next draw phase, draw 2 cards, and then discard. So whereas Graceful Charity, you draw 3 cards, discard 2. Dugaris, you draw 2, discard 1. Pretty good for the deck, considering we need to be discarding in our deck. 1 Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. It is non-destruction or non-targeting destruction, if I'm reading this correctly. Yeah. So detach a material, and tribute any number of cards in your hand and or field, destroy an equal amount of cards on the field. So it's non-targeting destruction, which is really nice, so you can get around cards that can't be targeted. Playing one number 23, Lancelot, for the specific fact that it can attack directly and you can just slap a fat Zeus on top of it, which is really nice. It can attack directly, and then when it inflicts battle damage, you can target face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. It's really nice. It has a spell, it has an Omni Negate effect, but it is mandatory, so when anything happens, you have to negate it. And then we went over the Hope Harbinger. Dingirsu, again, is just non-targeting, non-destruction, non-banishing. It's non-targeting removal. It sends your opponent's card to the graveyard when it's summoned. Already went over Dragublion and Heart Earth Dragon. Divine Arsenal AA, Zeus Sky Thunder, the best exceeds the best exceeds like support ever released. If you don't know what Zeus is, briefly, if an Exceed monster had battled this turn, you can slap Zeus on top of it, or any Exceed monster that you control. It doesn't have to specifically be that target, but you can just slap Zeus on top of it, nuke the field, and go from there. So just really nice, but nice to have the option to do that. Like I said at the beginning, I know there's links in here. You can replace these easily with a copy of Zombie Stein, Castel the Sky Blaster, a Silent Honor Arc, and Abyss Dweller. There you go. Obviously Abyss Dweller negates the effects of your opponent can't activate graveyard effects. Castel the Sky Blaster spins back cards, I think it is. Silent Honor Arc does some other stuff, and Zombie Stein is just a big fuck off beat stick. So there you go. This is the deck. You can customize the extra deck. You don't have to play this exactly to what I have here. You do whatever the hell you want with it. It doesn't really matter, but let me know if you have any other specific things that you would change to the deck. I would love to hear from you. We are going to be getting into 2 replays because they go kind of quick, but it just showcases what the deck is capable of, and it just shows how strong this deck really is. Alright, so getting into the first of these 2 replays here. Again, these replays just show how powerful this deck really is and how really consistent it can be, while there is an element of just luck when it comes to rolling. But, you know, whatever. We'll go ahead and get things going. They're going to go ahead and do some plays and set 1. So this replay, obviously, it's not the strongest opponent. We're just going to go ahead and do our plays, but what this deck is really going to do is showcase what it's capable of. So activate the effect of Bigfoot. Bigfoot is going to summon itself out while we draw 1. We're going to use the effect of Ogopogo to summon itself, pitching the dark, or the Grapha effect, destroying the set of Mecha Phantom Beast. Mecha Phantom Beast effect will summon the token. We're going to activate the Allure of Darkness and then pitch the Snow. Going to activate another Allure of Darkness and then pitch the Tsuchinoko. Activate the effect of the Thunderbird, just getting out another rank 8, or another level 8. Draw another Bigfoot here, so we're going to activate the effect of Bigfoot pitching itself, which is what we wanted to do, so we can clean up their board. And then from there, it's just an easy overlay into Dragublion. Dragublion effect to detach, summon out the Numeron Dragon effect to detach and gain 9,000 attack and attack for game. Super easy like that. So with that, you're going to want to use the effects of your Grapha and your Bigfoot to clean up your opponent's board before you go into these plays. Or if you can't, do as much damage as possible, but then try to set up negations. We'll go ahead and get into that second replay now. So getting into the second replay here, our opponent is again going first, and they are going to go ahead and normal summon out Parlor Dragon Maid, dumping a copy of Kitchen Dragon Maid, setting one, and ending their turn. So again, these replays are just showing the consistency with the deck itself, and how easy it is to get out the plays that you want to do. So we're going to activate the effect of Snow to add a copy of Grapha, activate the effects of the Gates of Dark World, banishing the Snow, pitching the Grapha, and destroying their back row. We're going to activate the effect of the Tsuchinoko, summoning itself out, drawing a Bigfoot, Mothman effects, Bigfoot effect, summoning itself out and drawing 1, pitching the Mothman effects to act to draw and then discard 1, Jackalope effect to summon out a copy of the Thunderbird, Chupacabra effect to pitch the Brow to summon itself out, the Beige, get the Beige out, activate the effect of the Dragublion effect, to go into, of course, the Numeron Dragon effect, 9,000 attack. They're going to do 85 direct to the face, super easy. And then we had, if the thing with this replay showed specifically is how easy it is to get bodies onto the field with this deck. So even if we didn't finish them off this turn, we would be able to go into different Exceed plays to set up negates, disruption. We wouldn't be able to summon anything else, but obviously we would set up the board before we went into the number 9, the number 100 play to OTK. But thank you so much for watching. If you have any decks that you would like to see specifically for the Exceed Festival that you would like to see me cover, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to be able to cater to what you want to see. Hit the subscribe button, so close to 1,000 subscribers, and we'll see you next time. I have been Spellslinger. Take care.